What is up, everyone? There are two questions I get asked a lot on Instagram and here on YouTube. First one is, where do you get that pair? And the second one, how do you lace him? Well, here is the video to answer the second question. There are 3 ways I loose lace my pairs. I'll be using this red dahlia pair for this, and for the second one, it will be this authentic chili pepper. And finally, the third and last one, we will use the Potato Knu Skool. Are you ready? Well, let's go! Alright everyone, we're gonna start with this type of lacing and this pair. That is because the other 2 lacing I'm gonna show you will be the alternative of this one. So this will serve as the foundation of it. Now we're gonna use the Potato Vans box just so I can kind of show you a better angle of how I lace them up. The first thing you want to make sure throughout the whole process is that the laces are not twisted when it comes out of the eyelet. And one thing I've always done is that when I, for example, have a right pair right now, I always make sure that when the laces from the right goes to the left, it will go over the other lace, which is the one going from the left to the right. And here I'm checking again to make sure that the laces are not twisted, because the last thing you want is that you're all done and one of them is twisted. Well, you gotta have to start all the way from the beginning. Now that we have it all the way on top, we are going to use the same eyelet twice to bring back the lace outside the shoe, and this one making sure that you put it under the lace and it is flat. It is easier to do this on this model, which is authentic, because it has the round ring inside the eyelets. And this is what I'm talking about. You're going to see later that the other models doesn't have this. Again, making sure that it comes out flat. This is how it should look like, going twice in the same eyelet. The next step is to adjust the length of how you want the lace coming out of the shoe. This is all your preference. When you are done, now it's time to even it out. We're gonna do that by pulling the laces from the last eyelet so that all the excess laces will be evened out. Then you go to the lower eyelet and you repeat the process all the way until the first eyelet. And you notice I keep checking the side view of the pair just to make sure that it's gradually evening out the laces. When you're done with the last eyelet, you stretch it out like this so that the whole lace is flattened out. And there you go, that's pretty much it. And to make sure I did it right, I check the side view of the pair and make sure that it is flat and evened out. And this is what I mean. Next up is the second way I loose lace my pair. We are going to do the exact same thing as we did earlier. It is a little harder to loop it twice on the same eyelet for the old school because it does not have that round ring like the authentic model. Now let's go ahead and set how long or short you want the laces to come out. And again, this is all based on your preference. We are now in the same scenario as the first pair, but instead of pulling on the eyelets, well, guess what? We're just gonna tuck it in and hide it behind the tongue. This is way easier, right? Some of you may like this way better because it is cleaner on the top. Here's a side-by-side pic to show you what I mean. This shows how there's less visible laces on the authentic from the old school. So last one up is the Potato Knu Skool. So exact same thing as the previous one, but instead of looping it twice on the same eyelet, we're only doing it once, and we're gonna tuck it in behind the tongue. This is where you set the length of the lace on how you want it. This is a little bit challenging because if you notice, we are using fat laces. So make sure that it comes out flat and not twisted. Time to tuck it behind the tongue. And that is pretty much it. So that will wrap up the video for today. If you find this useful, please hit that like button. It will help my channel a lot. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.